Welcome to Running with Scissors, where you'll learn a few hair tips and tricks and hear heartfelt and comical stories from behind the chair. Hi, welcome. I'm Jordan.
And I'm Meagan.
And today we've got some hot tea because it is cold. Ready?
Yep. Cheers.
Cheers. It's cold outside, y'all.
Right.
My nips could cut glass at this point.
Right. So I read a thing on the internet that said, if you see a nipple lying around, it's mine because it broke off in the cold.
The best part, y'all, is she tells me this as we're standing in the parking lot outside earlier, and I zero idea what she was talking
Right.
about.
Like, I think she for real thought for a second that she said, I think she even said, where's a nipple? Or what do you mean?
No, but then she says it in here, and that's good. That's funny. I like it. My brain
I caught you at the wrong time.
Yes, you did. Yeah. Anyways, that's a fact.
Yeah,
there's
fucking cold,
probably
you
a lot of
guys.
nipples.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. It's fucking cold. We've got fires burning fucking California away. We got blizzards in New Orleans and and Gulf Shores.
Yeah. Florida.
Yes. What is happening?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I've ever seen snow on a beach before.
Well, I guess no.
Like literally seeing all the places that we were at literally over the summer in Gulf Shores, and now it's like covered in snow and there's snow surround. Like it is a little weird.
Yeah. I guess I can say I've seen sand covered in snow, like beaches covered in snow, only because like Lake Michigan. I've seen Lake Michigan covered in snow.
Sure.
But like, I mean, I get that's different.
But like, are there parts of Lake Michigan that are like beachy like that?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I've only seen one part of Lake Michigan.
That's true.
And I think it was like tucked away in a cove.
Yeah, that sounds lame.
Yeah.
Sounds like the lamest part of Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, maybe one day I can go back.
Yes, and have pause. Well, you've been back. You've been to Chicago, haven't you?
Yeah. Yes, I was with you.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
Yeah, when I almost shit my pants.
Yes, in Walgreens.
Which that was something that popped in my head of like a funny story that I need to share. Like, how have I not brought that up?
I don't know. We'll have to round back after we discuss the running.
Or maybe it's just next episode with our funny story since we're talking about product today.
That's true. Okay.
So stay tuned, listener, to hear how I almost shit my pants in Chicago.
That was an experience for sure. Then how I got chastised afterwards. Anyways.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
Yeah,
stay tuned. We digress into the episode we are here for today.
Yes. Which we start with our running with scissors.
Yes. Well, I'll start if you want.
Yeah.
This is a weird statement, so I'll elaborate. But the amount of times I've assumed the worst in someone has made me feel absolutely insane.
Okay, so what do you mean? Say it again. The amount of times
that I have assumed the worst about someone or in someone, like assumed the worst about someone.
And it being wrong?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, not always.
Well, okay,
so
elaborate.
I get
what you're saying, but I need more deets.
Yes, okay. So like with the election
I need more hot tea.
And just so like with the election, the lack of trust I have in people.
So like people that you know and then finding out maybe their political beliefs and it's just like how and why.
Yeah. Yeah, it just like it makes me crazy or like no for any even more so deeper than that. Like I'll be at the gym running and I'll be just sitting there thinking like how many of these people voted for him? How many of these people am I standing in a room with that voted against their own interests? So, like, it's made me absolutely nuts. Like, Jordan, why does it matter? Like, quit thinking about this. It makes you feel negative about people. Like, it's completely useless to feel this way.
Right.
So, like, it's made me absolutely crazy in the last, listener, it has, it's January 23rd. He's 3 days in. So I'm just letting you know where we're at here and why I feel that way.
Which in my running with scissors is political as well. So
yeah, so it just I just assume the worst in people. Like, I'll even just assume somebody's a Trumper. Like, I'll just assume it and not like outwardly assume it, not say things, not just, kind of like I'm running. I'm just over here going, I bet you are. I bet you are. I know you are because you carry a fucking cup around the fucking gym that says Trump everywhere. I know you are because you wore a shirt that said for the third times or my president for the third time or some bullshit. Like, I mean, it's wild,
It's just wild how people like worship him.
Yeah.
And like all the like daddy's home shit, which I think we've talked about that before. I just can't. One, why the fuck are we calling him daddy?
Well, he is a rapist, so I guess maybe like just all flows together somehow. Maybe I don't even know. I was going to say a horrible statement. Anyways, I just can't. I can't handle it. And like I have people that I know and love that voted for him. And so it's like, I can't even think that way because I know people care about me. Right. And maybe they voted for him for different reasons that maybe they're their own interests that just don't include mine. And so I get that there's so many people out there that maybe voted for him that I do love and care about. And I don't know why they voted for him. Do I think it's crazy? Abso-fucking-lutely, I think it's crazy that people voted for him. But whatever, okay? But like, it is not fair to sit at the gym or wherever I'm at, a restaurant. Like, and the reason why I'm doing it, y'all, is because it also scares me. I don't feel safe in those places. But then I'm also assuming these people.
Like, what are their thoughts just for being a woman? Mm-hmm. Like we don't even have to go into being married to women or, whatever, but just being a woman in this country.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And how any woman could vote for him is also mind-blowing.
I agree. I mean, you're right. It doesn't even matter that we're gay. It doesn't even matter, that doesn't matter all the other stuff. Just boiling it down to being a woman is a thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what's made me feel crazy is just that.
I shared a quote too on my own personal Instagram, and I don't know if we talked about it on here, but if I did, it's worth saying again. But it was like a quote that said, I can't wait to be able to tell my daughter that, or in my case, daughters, that I chose her rights over cheaper gas.
100%.
Like,
so many people are going to regret the decision that they've made after these next 4 years. I truly believe that. I mean, the first...
Our priorities are out of whack. Like, the first 2 days you're in office, like, the first things that you the first few things that you signed to reverse or whatever word.
The executive orders he made.
Right. Like, that's our priorities, but like, what about school shootings? What about the violence that's going on in our country? What about our homeless population? Like, there's so many other bigger issues than what's in somebody's pants. Mm-hmm. Or who wants to love who, mm-hmm. Or what was the one I saw today that something about women and jobs. I don't even know what it was. I feel like I just have to stop reading them, truthfully.
Yeah.
But we're just going backwards. And it's even sad to people that you even went to high school with that like are a part of your own generation that you would hope would be as progressive as you are, or to believe in science. I mean, just you would think mm-hmm. have the same similarities, not everything. Mm-hmm. And then vote for that. And it makes me sad because it's also like, wow, you still let your parents' controls and thoughts
You know what's even worse than that? Is I think there's a whole population of women that don't get to have their own thoughts because of their husbands.
Right. I'll share something else.
I think I feel like I could name probably 3 women off the top of my head that I know for a fact only thinks that way because her husband feels that way. And it is gross and it makes me feel sad for them, but these people don't make choices in their own lives though on a regular basis, right?
Yeah.
Like they don't make choices when it comes to a lot of things. The men in their household are the head of their household, and as I understand some of that, it doesn't make sense to like then not have any thoughts of your own in general. Like I understand there's a man of the household or whatever. Like, I've been in a straight relationship. I get what they're saying there. Like, it's not necessarily a toxic masculinity thing, but men have been told for centuries that they need to be the protectors of women. So I understand these things.
And we've been told for years that we need to cook, clean, do laundry, take care of the children, this, that, and the other. And like, come on, you guys.
Right. But I mean, so like, I know that there's men out there that's not necessarily the case. They might be the quote unquote head of their household, but they're not manipulating their wives into believing whatever they want to say and do. So I'm just backtracking myself. Yeah. But yes, 100%. And then there's women, and then there's some women that love that. There's some women that they don't want to have thoughts of their own. And sometimes I'm over here like, sometimes that's easier. I get that. 100%. Sometimes that's easier to not have your own thoughts about it.
Yeah.
Or to be, have a man take care of everything, stay at home. Yeah, I would love to have somebody take care of me sometimes.
I mean, sure, but I feel like also with that, there's always more to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's no way that a man's going to have, like, I hate to just say men because, like, there are some shitty women out there too. Mm-hmm. But, like, I don't even know. I lost my train of thought.
Either way.
Right. I think there's more like baggage. Like, there's more, like, you're not just going to get to stay home and, like, all these things. Like, there's some strings attached. Yeah. It's way more complicated than that. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it makes me sad because I know that there are women out there that would have voted the other way if it wasn't for how their husbands had made, felt. So, I mean, either way.
Is your husband looking over your shoulder to see who you vote for?
No, I mean, you're 1,000% right. Who knows?
I'm not promoting lying to your spouse, but like.
Well, I don't know that I necessarily mean it as a surface level situation because you're exactly right. I would, if my husband just, wanted Trump and I didn't, and maybe I made him feel like I wanted Trump, I'm absolutely voting the opposite direction because he ain't going to look at what I fucking voted. And you know what I'm saying? Like 1,000%. But I mean, like these women, like, believe what their husbands have said about it. So they're like, it's even deeper. Like they've manipulated their brains into believing because they believe what's going on.
Sure. And I also feel like a little bit of that is generational too.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Like I was raised up, like we both were raised very conservative and like
politically and physically conservative in church, and all those things for me anyhow.
Right,
like same.
I didn't go to
Christian Republican.
Yeah. So anyways, but like, yeah. So, and it has been a journey for me for sure of like coming up with what or deciding what do I genuinely believe? Like, because some of this shit that I was raised with is a little bit bogus, Yeah. So, and not that it's my parents' fault because I'm sure they were raised that way and it's just generation to generation to generation. And I don't know. So
100%.
Yeah. I think a lot of it too is also just generational projection over time.
Absolutely.
So.
And I you know, what's sad is this is going to be an extremely long journey to change. Because just like, you know, we were discussing with Bridget earlier, I mean, we have Barron Trump to worry about. We've got JD Vance to worry about. Like, these motherfuckers are feeding into this. So, like, unfortunately, you know, I mean, we got to start at local elections. We got to change this shit from the bottom up. And I mean, it's going to take years. And I'm hoping that we can change this shit before our children become adults. Right. But I have no clue. I mean, at this point, we just need to make sure we can vote in 4 years. Anyways, what's your running with scissors?
I mean, we're basically already talking about it. I just feel like there's just our world. And I think about how people deny like global warming and look at what's going on. Yeah. You know?
1,000%.
I feel like I have had people ask you know, why I don't vote for Trump, and I give my reasons on why, because he's just not a decent human being. Yeah. He's not a leader.
He's a felon. Like, do we really have to explain to people why? I think that's the part that's made me the most crazy is people ask why. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Right. Like, there is a felon in the White House and we have, like, these people can't even vote. Yeah. Like, oh my God. Anyways, sorry.
It's okay.
Makes me nuts. Anyways.
So, I mean, there's many. I could give a list of things.
100%.
But
there is a grievance list 1.5 miles long. Anyways.
And it honestly, truthfully, isn't because he's Republican. Like that, I feel like take parties out of it, you guys, and like I mean, my God, anyways. And I just feel like there's just so much uncertainty of what this next 4 years is going to look like. And that's scary. Being a female, a gay female, raising two girls, what does it look like for them? And yeah, where do we go from like what? I don't even know what to do.
I wouldn't even know where to start.
Right.
I mean, I just pray that Mayor Holt runs for governor and maybe that'll change something somewhere. Right. This might just...
I hope so too.
That's my little hope for life in the future.
Well, and I was going to say, how I have had, you know, people asking me about why I don't vote for Trump.
Oh, yes. There we are. Yes, let's round back.
Or maybe I should just say specifically one said person.
Yeah.
And how Trump has ever directly affected me. And I have been vocal about it. And it's been really hard not to screenshot what he did day 2 to the gay community and send that to her and say, here is what he does that directly impacts me and my family.
Well, not to mention,
and like he's going to keep doing more. Like it's not going to stop. Like he's going to find every way possible to make sure that
we're alienated again.
Yes. And all the work that has been done for gays to have rights, this has gone on for decades. Yep. And we finally got to a place where it was accepted in all 50 states to marry the person that you loved. And like, now we're going backwards. Yeah. And now we have to keep fighting and all of that. And now to raise our kids in a country where they're being told that it's wrong with how they're living. Yeah. It's not fucking wrong. No. It's not.
Mm-mm. No, I mean, 100%.
And so then, you know, like here I am, you know, quote, quote, triggered because here comes that gay shame that we all deal with.
Well, but wait a minute. Let's also round back to the fact that when we had an argument with this person, later she even said that he is pro the LGBTQ community. Like she straight up said, what makes you think he's against you? And I said, everything he's ever said.
And day 2.
He
proved it.
Yes. But you're right. I mean, this goes full circle.
Right.
This, unfortunately, is going to tear people apart in the gay community because this is 100%. We have worked so hard to get through gay shaming and gay issues in this realm of our community. And like, I mean, it took me 30 years to come out. It took me 30 years to realize I was gay and accept it. Even though I realized I was gay, I think it just took me so long to just accept what is and be okay with it. And yet here we are 5 years into me accepting this shit. Yeah. And it's being, I mean, I can't imagine people who have even more gay shame because they've been out and have dealt with people gay shaming them. Like, I haven't had that necessarily as much as I've just battled with who I am for years, Mine's totally different than a lot of people in the community. And so, like, you are shoving all of us right back into the closet we came out of.
As much as I want to say that, at the same time, I feel like...
Well, I don't mean it for us necessarily.
Right, sure.
I just mean like people who have struggled with gay shaming for years and all of that. Like, you're shoving them right back in.
Right. Or the ones that like are still trying to work up the courage to come out. Like, like...
No, I am gay and proud, man.
Right. That's now you're just pushing them back in life too, being able to live their true, authentic self.
Yeah.
And that's not okay.
No.
So here's my thing for you, Mr. President. I know you'll never listen to this, but I'm putting it out there in the universe. You're not, even though you're going to sign bills and try to change laws and whatnot, you're not going to stop me from loving a woman. Nope. You're not going to stop Jordan from loving a woman. You're not going to stop the trans community. You're not going to, we have, not us, but the community has been around for a long time, regardless of what laws have said.
And we will continue around.
Because love is love and love wins regardless.
And who the goddamn fuck cares about who people love? Like, that's the craziest
or what is in their pants.
Right.
Like,
yes.
I saw a thing too on the internet that was like, what are you so afraid of drag queens harming children for? Like, them noticing that fake eyelashes fall off, or like, I don't know.
What
are we so
baffling.
Afraid of drag queens? Because that person has the courage to go up on stage and perform and you don't?
Right.
Like, is this all projection?
Right. Honestly, yes, 100%. I wish I had my phone, but currently my phone is recording us. But my sister sent me something that, oh my God, like, I wish I remembered it, but it was like, you're worried about gay people or us all being in the same room as gay people and rubbing off as kids being gay, but I can't remember the rest of what was said, and that's so disappointing. But like, it was so funny. It was like something everybody had been done in life, and it didn't rub off on us. Right. Like, stupid that you would think that gay would rub off on people.
Because it's an illness.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
Because it's an illness.
It's a virus of some kind.
Right, we'll get over it. It's just a season of life or whatever you want to call it.
But, let's just conform to being white and...
I mean, we could go on about this forever, but one more thing I'm going to bring up is how the Bishop Boudet, is that what we agreed on?
Well, yeah, we're going to go with Marianne.
Marianne, yes.
Marianne
How
Boudet.
she spoke in prayer and then also asked for mercy, to have mercy.
To have mercy on...
human beings.
Human beings in general, yes.
And now Trump is asking for an apology from her. And I just want to say, I just don't think that, I think that he's too much of a pussy man, that he can't take the solid, hard truth from a female. Yeah, right. Because that takes away his power.
Oh, 100%. 100%. He didn't like that. He didn't like
because a woman put him in his place.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you could even tell when he was listening, because I didn't watch the inauguration, but I watched clips of things.
Right, same.
And while he's watching it, like he is damn near rolling his eyes at her. Like it is extremely insulting the way he was acting to anyone who's speaking to him.
And I stand
opinion.
with her. Like I stand with her 100%. She.
Well, obviously we do, right? I mean, she is.
But like to even have the strength to do what she did is powerful, and just
100%. I mean,
and I hope that she doesn't give an apology.
I'm not gonna lie,
because she did nothing wrong.
No, 100%. But I don't know, even though I feel like we were just talking about this in studio here before we started recording about how, I could be confrontational at times. I don't know that I could ever do that. Like, I don't know that I could stand in front of Donald Trump and tell him what she said.
Like the whole world.
The world was watching.
Yes.
And she stood up there and said what everyone wanted her to say. Yep. Everyone has wanted anyone to say to his face. And I mean, I think people who have opposed him have said these things to his face. But like just another human being to say it to his face, to the world. And like, that was incredible. I'm with you. Like, what a brave thing to do.
Absolutely.
Anyways, now we can digress off of politics.
Yeah, so sorry.
Yeah.
But we're very passionate about it, you guys. So
because this is our life, as you obviously know. And to explain to our children that potentially our marriage could not be seen as legal. Like these things are our life.
That my wife isn't Sarah's on their birth certificate, but we've been told that Sarah should still adopt the girls because it wouldn't be recognized as her on the birth certificate.
And then add us not being legally married, and then that just fucks everything up. Yep. I mean, we better just get lawyers after this. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to have lawyers write things up if we're not legally married. Like, that changes things for our families. It doesn't change things, our dynamics by any means, but it changes things for emergencies. And,
like if something happens to me and the girls and Sarah doesn't get recognized as their mom.
Right.
How fucking heartbreaking is that to my children that
insane
they get taken away from their mom, but that's not recognized because we're gay women.
Yeah, that's fucked up. And I'd go to jail that day if something happened.
Now,
like
thankfully, we both have great parent families who I know would never take our children away. Like if whatever, like that. We don't have shitty families. So, but, who knows what could happen, Right. And does the state have say over my parent? I have no idea.
No. I mean, hopefully we never get there. Right. Hopefully this is never a problem.
But it's just things you have to think about. And why? Yeah. Why do I have to think about that? Because somebody wants to argue that I can't love a woman?
Right. Yes. So, yeah. Sadly, this is Trump's America we're fucking living in.
Yep.
So let's dictate the shit out of what everybody does.
I'm ready to see America be great again. So let's see it.
But like really, genuinely great again.
And when are those gas prices and eggs going down that, everybody was so worried about?
Right. Yeah. I can't wait for that because he don't give a fuck about that. Right. Anyways.
Okay. Moving
on. So, I was talking on Instagram not that long ago about how I had just watched a video about sorry, Meagan distracted me. A video about a guy talking about these things that we learned when we were kids that aren't true, but it stuck in our brains.
Myths.
Yeah. Myths or just things that our parents didn't want to explain to us. So they just were like, don't do this because of this. They didn't want to explain why. So they made up some stupid reason why to scare the shit out of us not to do it,
Yeah.
Like for me, for example, and I don't know that this was my parents, but I can't remember who. Somebody told me that if I swallowed my gum, all my innards would get stuck together. And I know I've swallowed gum in my past, but the moment somebody told me that, I was never fucking around and finding out. Like it wasn't going to happen. I wasn't going to do it. So
I can't.
I just literally have never swallowed gum ever. Yeah, innards. I don't know the best way to describe that. I don't know that that's the exact word that was said, but shit would stick together.
Right. I mean, sure.
And then, like, I always panicked about eating an apple seed on accident. Yeah. That was definitely one I had a panic about. I still won't eat seeds.
My watermelon on accident. Mine was watermelon seeds. I got told
alarming.
Right. Right. That if you eat watermelon seeds, you'll go a watermelon in your stomach. What?
Right.
And then you think back at these things like, oh my God, I believed that.
Right.
Like, how crazy does that sound?
No, it does. It absolutely sounds insane.
Yes. So we have a couple that were on that, some listeners that responded on the Instagram video of Jordan. One person said, if I walk bare feet on the ground, I won't be able to have kids when I grow up.
Which is crazy, but clearly she wasn't going to ever wear shoes. Her mom was like, put goddamn shoes on or you're never going to have kids.
Now, I will say this is of a different culture.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. So it was a different culture thing, but still crazy. Like what?
Right.
To not use the light inside your car while driving or you'll get pulled over.
Yes.
I heard that. I was told that. I also was told that you couldn't see.
I'm going by that because here's the reason why.
I drive with the light on all the time, but I also have perfect eyes.
What do you want? Yeah, fuck off. What do you want to be a fucking fishbowl in the middle of the night? What, everybody just watching you as you're driving?
I'm tired of my fucking kids. I can't see to buckle. I can't see to do this. Okay, let me eliminate that fucking problem right now.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll turn the light on and y'all figure it out. Just shut up.
Okay, well, I have an astigmatism in both eyes, and I'm telling you right now, when my kid has that fucking dome light on, or AKA the rape light, because I'm never being raped, y'all. That motherfucker better be on the moment I open my goddamn door, because otherwise I'm checking the back seat.
I mean, I feel like I already checked my back seat.
Yeah, no, right, I do. I still look back there, but the light is on so I can see better, right. You know? Anyways, I can't see really that well when I'm driving if it is on because I have an astigmatism. Like light is just like halo, you know?
Yeah.
Anyways, that's a fact for some people.
I mean, I will say like it is a bit of a distraction. Like it's not like, you know.
Just maybe irritating.
Sure.
Yeah.
Somebody also agreed with the gum, but their parents told them that if they swallowed enough that it would grow out their ears. Or if you step on a crack, you'll break your mother's back.
Yes. Yeah. And I don't know that I actually believed that, right? Because we all were like, let's check that out. I did fuck around and find out about that one. Because I was like, surely not. There wouldn't be cracks everywhere.
Right. Here's one of my personal ones, and I'm a huge knuckle popper.
Mm-hmm.
And I have for years. And I don't think it was my parents. I actually think it was one of my aunts that told me to stop popping my knuckles because it's going to give me arthritis.
Why?
Well, now my whole fucking body snaps like a glow stick. So, like, I'm just asking for arthritis throughout my whole fucking body.
Snaps like a fucking glow stick.
I do. You should hear it at night when I'm, like, on my back roller and, like, rolling, or I'll pop my neck and, like, yeah, I sound like a glow stick.
Yeah. Well, you're doing it on purpose, though. Like, you're rolling your back. That's supposed to sound like glow stick, right?
Yeah, sure.
Or you're not supposed to actually crack your back when you're doing the back rolling thing.
I have asked a chiropractor and they said that if it happens naturally without like force, like without, like you're not forcing it.
It's fine. It's okay. I'm like, damn, am I doing this all wrong? Yeah. Because it pops when I roll too.
It feels great.
It does feel great. Anyways.
Or somebody else said, wet hair in the cold because you'll catch a cold.
Yep. So true.
Yeah.
We're all scarred for life. No wonder why.
Do you have any more? Or did we hit all the ones you had to?
I'm trying to think. I mean, the apple seeds was you would grow an apple tree in your stomach. Yeah. Like there would be a tree starting to grow. Yeah. Truly. And it freaked me the fuck out. I'm like, I'm going to die from a tree coming out of my mouth. So I never...
Or out your ass. How do you know which direction it's growing?
Well, I think that's a toss-up, right? Like, it is going to either go out your mouth or out your ass, or it could even veer right and go out in here.
They could take a bush to a whole nother level.
Oh my God, I can't. But yeah, that was fucked up. I still won't eat an apple seed because I just don't know, you know? But you know what? I think we would hear a lot more people dying of
eating apple seed.
Yes, like trees.
Cause of death, she ate an apple seed.
Right.
She swallowed bubble gum and her innards stuck together.
These are not things. Oh my God. Anyways.
Yeah, those are good.
They were good.
What a good topic. Way to go.
Yeah. Anyways, it just got me good. I'm trying to remember what any of the ones that he said. And really, I should figure out what video it was and try to reference it. But either way.
Well, I can't wait to hear. I'm sure our dads will have something to say from their childhood.
I'm sure that our dads, maybe specifically your dad, will have a lot to say about this episode.
Yeah.
So we love you both.
Yes, we do. Much. And thank you for supporting us.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyways, now
we got products to talk about.
Yep. Here we are. On to the products.
We're going to cover... We decided today to cover all the oils because Amika has a new hair oil and why wait to talk about it?
We're kind of pumped about it, honestly.
Yeah.
So
there are 4 oils that Amika carries.
Yeah.
The new one didn't replace one, did it?
Nope.
Okay.
I think our dear sweet Stewie was a little bit wrong.
Okay.
Anyways, go ahead.
Well, I said 4 and then I was like, oh crap, wait. Anyways,
nope,
okay, so there's 4. There's Blockade, there's Water Sign, Glass Action, and the new one is the Superfruit.
The Starfruit.
Starfruit. Yes, which is a superfruit hair oil.
Yes.
Which one do you want to start with?
Well, for whatever reason, I have Blockade as the first
one.
Mine
too.
Okay. So this one is simply just a heat defense oil.
Yeah. It protects up to 450 degrees.
Yeah, which I need y'all to know that that's what I bake cookies at. So please don't fucking put your hair at that level. Like, I need you to know that just because the oil defends against the 450 doesn't mean you turn anything up to 450, okay? I need you to know that I eat food at 450, okay? So, 380 or less, please, on any heat. Preferably, you know, things can happen at 300 degrees because that still will bake cookies. So 300 degrees should straighten your hair, motherfuckers. Just saying. Yeah. Or curl them. All right. But it is great for all hair types.
It is.
And I love it actually for the heat defense. I use it almost every day. If I'm putting a heat product on my hair, it's going on my hair. So
now I will say all of the oils are a heat protectant, but I feel like Blockade is specifically...
I mean, I would say, probably its only biggest character.
Right, like that is like the primary heat defense.
That's
oil.
it. That's basically all it does. Of course, an oil is always going to hydrate your hair to some degree. Right. So, you know, of course it has that benefit, but I think most of it is strictly... It is for heat defense. There's not much else to it. Mm-hmm. But it's a great oil, and I do love it for things, for straightening. But if
you're looking more for like an oil to like really help moisturize your hair, mm-hmm. the one that we're coming next up with like Water Sign is probably...
Yes. So Water Sign is a hydrating hair oil, and that is your heaviest hair oil.
Yes. Like a little bit goes a long way.
Yes.
That oil it's strong.
I mean, if I'm going to put it in my hair, I literally put a half a pump. Like you can't put more than a half a pump unless your hair is dry AF or thick, coarse AF.
Right. Lacking a lot of moisture. Like if this helps lock moisture in your hair with like, I think it has coconut in it, several different oils. I think it said like an 8 oil blend. It has like an 8 oil blend.
Yep.
hyaluronic acid is in there.
Which is great. I love hyaluronic acid, especially for curly hair. Perfect. I have little notes down saying that it brings 2.7 times more hydration. It helps with breakage, so there's 51% less breakage, and there's 69% less frizz for 24 hours. And these every little bit of info that we're giving you is clinically proven.
Yes.
But it is the heaviest oil. So if you're really I don't even really use it on my blondes with fine hair. Like, even though they need probably some heavier oil, that might still be too heavy. So like
100%. Like, there has been times where I'm like, I need to rewash your hair.
Yeah, like this doesn't feel right anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Where it looks wet.
Yeah, it looks
like,
oily.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, it is very strong. So that, I feel like that oil is probably more specific. Is probably the one of the 4 that is probably more specific to certain hair types.
100%. It is for your more textured, thick, dry strands is
Curly,
literally
ethnic.
What it says. Yep.
Yeah.
But I love it. I have several clients that actually use it and enjoy it and get great benefit from it, but it is very specific. So yeah, me, Megan, we're not the type for that usually, unless we are blonde AF and really need a lot of moisture. But that, even then, like I said, still could be a little thick.
Yeah, it is thick.
So,
and the water sign, it is under the like Hydro Rush line.
Which is their moisture
Why do I keep
line.
saying line?
Collection.
So you'll find it's in the blue. It looks like all the Hydro Rush. It's the blue Hydro Rush colors.
Moisture.
Yes. The other 3 are in orange yellow bottles. Anyways, the next one is Glass Action. We'll save the new one for last.
Yeah. I don't have any notes on Glass Action.
It's pretty...
Because I forgot about Glass.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty... I
think it's a pretty generic oil, isn't it?
Right. It's pretty generic like Blockade, but I think that this one is more designed for shine.
Okay, yeah.
If you want shine in your hair.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Glass Action. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
It helps get rid of frizz. And I had to write down the fun fact, of course. It has... Glass Action oil has one of the highest concentrations of Amika's signature ingredient, the sea buckthorn.
Ooh, okay.
So this one is really, really moisturizing to your hair too.
And it smells amazing because sea buckthorn isn't just their smell; it's also a thing. Yeah. So like it's got benefits to it. So,
and I will say the texture and consistency to that next to Blockade,
they're similar.
I feel like they're similar.
You can tell, listener, that like the water sign, you can tell when it is put in your hand, it's heavy. You can tell that Blockade and Glass Action, they're a little more of your generic everyday oil. You know, you can tell when you're feeling these two. Like it is an obvious difference.
Absolutely. And I feel like there's even a difference with the new one. I like the texture of the new one.
The new one, y'all, is a game motherfucking changer.
It is. It's great. And I love it.
Lightweight. The finest hair can take this perfectly fine. Okay. Are we talking about it? Because I'm already pumped and diving in.
Lightweight.
Star Fruit Star. Okay. New one just came out 2 fucking weeks ago or something.
Yeah.
Not long ago.
Beginning of the year.
Yep. Clinically proven to make hair 7 times stronger, 2 times smoother, and with 86% less breakage. This product, the reason why I'm super pumped about it, and we really haven't played a ton with it. I just bought it not that long ago.
Yeah, so I've used it in every single client since, which I think I noticed yesterday that you had bought it. So I haven't played around a whole lot, but so far I've loved it.
Yeah, same. It's my new BFF, honestly. So it creates a protective barrier around the cuticle to shield hair from breakage, heat damage, and frizz for silky smooth results. And I did take that directly off the website because I just feel like you need to know.
Well, also we haven't had any PK on it. It's new, so we had to get it directly from the website.
Right. We have no knowledge other than almost just a day of using it, a day and a half of using it. So I am super pumped because I can't wait to see the long-term benefits of this for some clients. Some clients they really, they don't, I mean, I think every hairdresser knows this. Like, we explain to them, what you need to do when you leave the salon with your hair to have the best hair. Mm-hmm. But I have told people until I'm fucking blue in the face to do something, and they will not do it. But somehow they will maybe put an oil in their hair. Mm-hmm. Maybe.
I think a lot of people get overwhelmed if you tell them too many things, which I understand. I get the same way. Mm-hmm. Like, for me, with the skincare regimen, I'm like, I want the basic. Like, I don't have time to stand at my sink and do a wash, a pre-wash, a wash, a toner, a moisturizer, an oil, this cream and that cream and whatever else. I'm like, I don't have time for that. I need like the bare minimal things.
Simplify it.
Yeah. Yep. And I feel like a hair oil is simple because you can use it in the wet or dry.
So what I use on my hair when I blow dry my hair is simply 2 things almost, maybe 3. I'll use an oil and a volumizer. And like for most people, that's it. That's all they really need. Some people need a cream. Sometimes I'll put a cream in, an instant repair lotion because I'm trying something or just something I've tried. Just something I want to try really is all that ends up happening. But for me personally, an oil and a volumizer of some kind, I specifically will use... I mean, my new one's gonna be the Starfruit Star. I can't wait to try that.
Get it at home.
But I use Blockade because I always put some kind of heat on my hair. Even the blow dryer, I will put it on even if I just am blow drying my hair because I don't need to straighten my hair. My hair's bored straight. And Brooklyn Bombshell, and then I blow dry my hair. I'll brush it through, and then I blow dry. So I agree with you. Like, I think when you start getting into 7-8 products, people lose you. You lose them.
Right. And I feel like you can be more minimal with your styling products if you're using a good shampoo and conditioner.
Absolutely.
If you are jumping and not using a good shampoo and conditioner and then want minimal styling products, that's probably not going to be the best for you either because it really does start with your shampoo and conditioner.
Yeah. It is. I mean, we've talked about this, I think, on the pod before. Like, there is a foundation. You start at the bottom and you build up. And that foundation legitimately starts with the shampoo and conditioner. And so, like, yes, I can sell you the water sign all fucking day long. But if you're not using the moisture shampoo at home, I mean, it's probably not going, you're not going to get the full benefit of the moisture collection. You're not going to get the moisture of the water sign isn't going to hold as well because you're not using the shampoo and conditioner. Now, that's an extreme thing, but if you're, you're totally right.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be a Mika. Although we would love it if you did buy Mika because we love it and we want everybody else. In it. Yeah. And we want everybody else to love it. But like, it doesn't have to be a Mika. A professional line, there's many amazing professional lines out there. Yep. Mika is just the one that speaks to us and one that we believe in. Yep. But we've also used many others. So,
but yeah, if you're gonna go out and get your hair colored and go home and use Suave on it, well, yeah.
And then you wonder why your hair is turning yellow or your grays aren't holding or, all of that. Well, it kind of, we do our job when you leave the salon. And after that, it's kind of in your hands. And if you're not going to take it into your hands, then.
Right. Then the styling product more than likely isn't going to do a whole lot after that.
Right.
Or you're not going to get the full benefit.
We also have hard water in Oklahoma. So really anybody could benefit from one of the oils as well, just with our hard water in Oklahoma.
100%. So if you have a water softener, you might not have it so bad, but the rest of us are struggling.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, water sign, I cannot wait to see what this does for people.
Not water sign.
Oh God, sorry. Starfruit Star. Why is there star in there twice? It kind of
sounds like a stripper.
It does. My uncle dated a girl named Star.
Oh my God.
Yes. Okay, we got to talk about this for a second.
Okay,
dated a girl named Star, and the entire family could not call her that. Like, we could not
Like, was that her legal name or no? She was a stripper name and that was like her stage name.
Legal goddamn name. I'm pretty sure it was even STARR.
No.
Yeah. Anyways.
Star.
Couldn't handle it. We would giggle so hard. Anyhow, I hope he listens to this because he deserves to be called out occasionally.
Maybe you should just text him and say, you know what? Star got brought up
on the pod. Mm-hmm. Feel free to go listen.
Right.
Anyways, Starfruit Star. But it just feels redundant. Starfruit. No, can't even say it anymore.
I think that means we need to be done.
Yeah, you're right. We
jibber dropped for
time's too long. Up. We're boring people at this point.
Well, sorry we got a little heavy on politics. Not sorry.
Yeah, but I mean, we do need to have more exciting content for next episode because I feel like it brings us down too. So
it does. Stay tuned for the shit your pants story in Chicago.
Ooh.
I gotta write it down so that way we don't forget to bring it up.
Yeah, it might not have anything to do with the salon, but
yeah, it's fine. It's still a funny story.
It is. It's a funny story. But we need to have some good funny stories in the salon coming up.
We do. We got to really think about them.
We do, because we've used some of our generic ones.
Yeah. So listener, if you can think of something, let us know.
Right. I mean, y'all, we talk to people all day long. We don't necessarily always remember the funny things that go on during the day. I mean, I will say that there is bound to have a fart come out at work recently because I feel like I have just been loose with my butthole and I feel like I've almost farted quite a bit in the salon on accident.
Just let it go, girl. See what happens. I mean, I feel like at this point we've had our clients long enough that they would probably just laugh.
They probably would.
But I have had some moments where, here we go. Where they do just accidentally slide out. And I'm like, oh, whoops. And how did that happen? I just moved my body a little bit and it just slides out.
That's what I'm saying. It almost has happened to the point where I'm like, oh my God, that almost came out.
Right? And then it's going to be the real deadly one. And I'm going to be like,
it is.
Oh no.
It is. And then we're just going to end up creating our own content by my fart problems at work.
Yeah.
Because, oh my God, it really has almost. Anyways, there might be some good fart content coming up is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep it dirty in here,
Classy and a little dirty. Anyways.
Well, thanks for listening today.
Yes.
Stay warm.
Stay warm. Stay classy and a little dirty, or stay dirty and a little classy, whatever you want.
Whichever way.
Yep.
Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you for joining. If you like our podcast, leave a review on whatever platform you're listening on. If you're a client, you'll get 20% off your next appointment if you do leave a review. Don't forget to follow on Instagram at Running with Scissors OKC. This podcast is brought to you by Possibilities Podcast Platform.